larger than life. It is called Texas high school football. Only one show can bring the greatest sport from the greatest state into focus. Lone Star Gridiron.
Here today with Andreas Aguirre of the San Saba Armadillos. How you doing today, Coach?
Oh, hanging in there, brother. How are you?
I am doing well. So you've been able to see your kids this spring. You've been able to see them competing in other sports in the weight room. How are things going in the spring in San Saba?
The kids are getting after it. Our kids believe in our culture, our core values. They come in every day. They try to get better each and every day. We've got a lot of hardworking kids, yes sir kids. So, very pleased with the way they completed on the field in track and baseball. We've had some guys do golf and tennis. So I've been very pleased with what they're doing this spring.
All right. So if you don't mind, walk us through your team for the fall. Who are you graduating? Who might step into those roles? Who are you returning? Who might play some different roles on the field?
Our big spot that we lost was our quarterback, Lance Taylor. He was a big arm for us, a big runner for us. We have a senior who's going to step in, and Lane King. We're excited about him, his versatility in the backfield, him being able to run the ball, pass the ball, and have command of that offense. And on the in the running back position, we're returning Ethan Gonzalez. He's going to be a great back for us. He was 1,000-yard rusher. He's going to be a senior next year. We're looking for a lot of young talent to come in and step in. And on the defensive side, we've lost some good guys, Dylan Ware and Christian Ramirez on the offensive line. So we're going to need some guys to step in. Yancey Cuevas is going to need us to fill in. Jesus Gonzalez is going to have to step up as a senior and get ready to roll at the tackle position. So in times here, but nonetheless, we've got to continue to get better each and every day.
So, if you will, kind of walk us through 5-2A D1, your competition there, and what you expect to see from those teams on the field this fall.
Oh man, once again, it's probably one of the hardest districts in 2A, I believe. We got the top guys and Coleman and Toller, and then Hamilton's going to be solid once again, and then you got a lot of people competing for that fourth playoff spot once again. Last year we missed it by a couple of points. We didn't execute in some things in some areas, and we're looking to fix that in our spring ball stuff. So it's one of the toughest districts I see on paper, definitely.
All right. So, you've been around the coaching profession for a little while. What would you say the number one challenge facing high school athletics in Texas right now is?
This being my 15th year, I mean, the kids are changing drastically year after year. One thing that we're seeing a lot is a lot of kids like to work. They want to work. They want to make that money. So what we have to do is try to uh, understand where a kid's coming from and try to invest ourselves in their being and trying to find a way to be able to work together and have them work and also participate in sports. That's a big thing that we've been seeing quite a bit around here.
Now, when you're in a small community like San Saba, that's probably a bigger deal. Kind of go into the community feel there in San Saba. How when you're in a small community like that, the school is such a major player in the community. So just kind of walk us through the impact athletics has on the community and vice versa, the community has on athletics.
I mean, our community is great. It's top notch. They support every athletic event. They support all the school events, and vice versa. The school supports the community quite a bit. The kids get out there in the community and do things. It's a small, tight knit community. People know who you are. People recognize who you are when you go out to get coffee. You got to shake hands and talk to people and individuals. They're going to ask you questions about life, sports, school, things like that. And that's what I love about the small communities. I mean, everybody knows who you are. Kids are a name, not a number. That's big for me. They know who the coaching staff is. They know who to go to when there's problems arising or things need to be done in the community. They go to the coaches and talk to them. There was an emergency at the school. They didn't call the superintendent or the principals. They had my number. They called me and said, "Hey, coach, there was an alarm going off at the school. You need to come up here and check this out." And I was like, "Hey, I'm the athletic director." So yeah, come on up here and get this solved. So, it's a small, tight knit community. People know who you are, and it's good. It's good. Really love it.
All right. So one of the rumors that goes around in Texas high school football is about the football field there at San Saba, and that it's built on a graveyard. Any truth to that, as far as you know, or what's the story
Well,
behind that?
yes, and there is some truth to that. It is built on a graveyard. It's an old graveyard back in the Civil War days, but they dug everything up. They transferred it to another um, cemetery. Then it became a rodeo arena, and then it became a football field after they donated to the school district. But there's a saying that there's bodies under there and things like that. But they've extracted all that. But what's crazy is you'll see a guy running, wide open, and all of a sudden he'll just trip and fall, and that's when the stories start coming out. Oh, there was a dead body there, and that soul got him, and things like that. So it's a really neat story, but there is some truth to it. It was a burial site, but they did transfer all that stuff. But it's a cool story. It's a great atmosphere on Friday nights, that's for sure.
All right. So let's go real small focus here, try and learn a little bit about you. What would you say your number one guilty pleasure is?
Guilty pleasure. Man, that's hard, dude. That's hard. What's your guilty pleasure? Give me an example for you.
Probably online gaming. Not something
Online
I talk to a
gaming.
lot of people about, but it's something I really enjoy doing.
Yeah, man, I'm addicted to food, dude. I love food. I love good food. I love eating good food. My fiance cooks really good food, so it's hard. We love it. We go out. We're foodies. We enjoy it. We do research. She does a tremendous amount of research. So when we're going to the big cities, we like to go out to eat and try new places on Instagram, look at the other sites and things that they do. So we're big foodies. I love food, man.
Well, thank you very much for your time today, Coach. Best of luck as you wrap up the school year and head into the 23 season.
Hey, thanks for giving me a shout, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the support you're doing and everything you're doing for Texas high school football.
Thank you, Coach. And for our viewers, if you like what you've seen here today, just click that like button down below. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm and getting this video in front of more eyes on YouTube. Also, subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss future videos.
LoneStarGridiron.com. Access the complete history of Texas high school football, over 100 years of information, win-loss records, coaching histories, individual stats, records, and more. Lone Star Gridiron, the authority on Texas high school football.